And then the like
I don't know
right
why, but I
right click for the
kept
game
I
capture.
finally actually got it to work. So I will now change the title.
Stretch image to screen. You did, you did. It's the whole screen. Ah, we did it. Woo!
You can feel you've accomplished something today.
If I could, Hodge, if you can only help one man every day. Think if we all did that.
The world would be a better place, wouldn't it, better?
It would. Or woman. Or child. Or baby.
And helping no baby. That's what Lee's
Baby,
for.
baby help themselves. Tough world. You better hurry up if he wants to get in this race. What place are you in the top split?
Well, I'm the 18 car in an LMP1.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and I've just fudged my second lap. I always do this now.
Is she in top split with you?
I'm gonna go with a no.
How am I supposed to watch you?
Well, I can put my stream on if you really want to, but...
Nah, that's right.
Exactly. Right answer.
Please. I think we should all stream at the same time and then stitch them together.
Yeah. So far, well...
Like, stream myself watching you.
Mm. So far, I'm 4th in the 18 car. Now 5th? I expect you always last, but I won't be in front.
You won't be. I have faith.
I'll be probably mid-grid. I was just over a second off pole by Barry Baird. Oh no, Lopez goes a second. Yeah, Lopez goes a second quicker than everybody else. He's number 2. Where's number? Oh, number 1 is on a. He's in a Ferrari. Well, I out-qualified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to shoot. Lee's in my split. He's just down at the bottom, Lee Moore. He's got like 2 minutes to go. Oh man, the number 20 out-qualified me. Alright. I took even more downforce off now. Because all this thing does in hot weather is understeer, so I'm like, well, take wing off.
Right. Counter the understeer makes sense.
Yeah.
Or just make it more dangerous.
That too. We shall find out. So it was quite amusing the start of the last race because it's a case I was the #1 car, I was in the bottom split, and it's a case of everyone with a Porsche. I got banzai by 3 or 4 Porsches down the main straight, but I was leading by the end of that one because I used all their boost and I came across the line with none. I had no battery, so it was a case of I had to charge it. Then by the time I had got charge in it, they had all used theirs. You just drove by them, and then going across the line I was leading, but the second place Porsche boosted all the way down the main straight to get to the lead, and came out turn, I suppose it's turn 2. I just
with nothing.
Yeah, with nothing.
You just drove past them.
3-second lead at the end of lap 2 because he's got no boost.
It's amazing how boost management is a thing that that needs practice, really, to know when to do it. You can't just deplete yourself.
Well, yeah, you can get away with being a bit lax in the Porsche because it will charge, like you'll get a percentage, like a second every second when you go in flat in a straight line. Whereas the Audi doesn't do anything until you touch the brakes, but as long as you don't have any throttle on at the same time. So the Porsche gets more to deploy and it charges quicker. So you don't have to quite maintain it as much, but you can still easily just run out of how much you can deploy so early on. I can see why people are really tempted to boost up the hill,
right,
and then all the way down the back straight, and then out of the and then into sort of the carousel, and it's like just don't. It's the first lap. It's like the lap you come out the pits is the worst because it doesn't have much charge. It goes crazy with where it's deploying. All sorts of weird shit.
Sounds like it.
But you know it happens, so you just don't deploy any manually. You just let it use it all up.
Which sounds like the wise way to do it, really.
Yeah.
Because obviously, when people are more in charge of it, they're not using it in a smart way.
Doesn't seem to be.
You only need it kind of off the corner.
Yeah.
Like if you keep going with it all the way, when you're running, it's a kind of logarithmic thing, is there? Or one of those where you're getting diminishing returns the faster you go with that. It's still depleting at the same rate, but you're just getting less gains as you get faster.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for Le Mans, I'd sort of, because obviously Bailey had done like a gazillion laps around there, I was like, okay, what do we do for charge and stuff? And he was like, well, just keep it in, I think it was automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And literally...
And then just hit it right when you need it.
Yeah, we only used it once per lap manually. The rest was just it. And that was just out Turk Rouge.
Because didn't you say it was like giving you like 80, it was using it only 80% of the time?
Yeah.
On a lap automatic?
With automatic, it tries to use it all, but it sort of like figures
gives
out...
you a reserve.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit reserve, and if you use all of it, you tend to, over like 3 laps, you'll end up with no battery. So you can't use it technically all constantly. So it gives you like between 80 and 90% on average, which is alright, but then if you like outdo its charge rate, so if you manage its charge by, you know, maybe just extending a braking zone here and there, so you actually being able to charge and use more percentage, it kind of doesn't keep up with that. But you then get that 10% to play with.
Makes sense to me.
Macho, how's the quality going?
It's not rocket science. But yeah, some people...
I've read about rocket science.
I know, me too.
It's not that difficult.
Macho, how's the quality going out? No stutters or anything?
No, I haven't noticed any stutters. I can't really tell with frame rate though.
I'm getting 60, like around 63, 65 in the game.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read what you're getting in output.
I think I may have capped it at 30. Because I remember before I was having problems with the quality of it.
You're only getting in the 60s in game?
I think it's because I have the streaming going.
Is it generally higher, or do you have the VSync on?
Well, I mean, it's locked in the game anyway.
Oh, okay.
I
that
think,
makes sense.
like, it doesn't exceed 79, I think.
You must have VSync on that. Because our cards aren't that much slower than theirs. And that game is not exactly demanding.
No, it is not.
And they get like Hodge gets like 150 or something.
Yeah, I got mine. I just try and it just goes mental, but I say I keep it around 144, but it still goes mental.
Mm-hmm. One day I'll get a 144 hertz monitor.
Yeah, for me, after trying the VR stuff, I know it's the only thing I can use really. It's a better monitor, and the monitor I've got is quite good. It's got the odd Z pixel in a corner, so it doesn't bother me. So it was a bit of a bargain, but
Got fucking Fernando Alonso next to me.
Oh,
Not the real Fernando, obviously.
I actually thought about getting a just a kind of standard monitor and then turning it portrait,
that's
and then
what
using
I
it
have.
just as a reader.
Yeah, I've got my 28-inch monitor in front of me, and then on the left-hand side of that, in a corner, is a 24 widescreen on its end.
Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. That's cool.
The change in resolution between the one and the other when you drag stuff is a bit odd, but other than
I was gonna say that. That would be weird.
quite amusing. Passed by 3 Porsches down into turn 1 again. Past 2 of them coming out of turn 1. Then overcut turn 4.
View shooting that center piece for the windscreen is worse than the halo.
Oddly enough, I really don't notice it that much.
It like blocks out cars in front of you.
I mean, it's better than the default view. The in-game steering wheel is literally so big that like if I'm turning like hard to the right or left, like it's so wide that it blocks my view of the apex when I'm turning.
Oh yeah, you gotta go in faith. That's how you know you're at one with the machine. You race without the spotter.
I have the spotter.
You do? I don't hear it.
I have him turned down pretty low.
Oh, he is low. Okay, sorry. I turned. Oh my God, you avoided it. That was a calamity.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of balls to sell this setup. I'm just saying. Because it's not that fast.
Well, I can even sort of give you any advice because I've never driven that car. 919.
Oh. Yeah, I'm also amazed you can drive without the tack.
I'm just doing it based on sound. I want to get that, the HUD thingy that Jimmy and Hodge use.
Well, the guy that was racing me with tooth and nails disappeared.
Disappeared?
Well, he was driving like kids like, oh, I think I've not. Oh, okay, everyone's back.
What place are you now?
Yesterday. Second to last.
No.
In class.
Aw.
So I'm not that far behind other people.
Do you like this 919 more, Mr. Schumann?
It's better for me just because I have a lot less trouble on the brakes with it. Ooh, don't do it.
He's a tad little bit lively at the rear without that gurney flap.
Did it cure your understeer high?
A little bit.
Track? Okay.
It's more worse than the second stint, to be fair, but the only place you can feel it just move a little bit is the king. But then you've got enough grip for it. There's just like a 5% slip and then it grips up again. But I'm now no longer second to last.
Third to last.
Fourth to last. Have faith, Thatcher, have faith.
Shoot, I thought you were gonna kill that guy at the kink.
Well, I thought he was going to defend, and then he obviously didn't, and... By
Defended the kink?
That's what I thought he was pulling to the right. And I was not about to go side by side with him.
One way to get your iRating up, assuming would be to do HPD in this series. Because you're almost going to be in the top split. No, you're just almost likely to be in the top split.
Because how many are in that series? Like under like a half dozen probably in there, so.
Something like that, yeah. Well, Lee was in top split. I am now back to second last because they've all quit behind me. Everyone I catch just like dies.
Give the kiss of death.
I know.
You pass them and they're just like, fuck, I'm out.
Yeah, I've got a gap about 30 seconds behind me and about 5 in front now.
You're the plague.
Seems so.
He's got the Moses stick.
Yeah, but Moses just kind of parted the water. He didn't leave like a graveyard behind him.
That's true. It's the Moses stick, not the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse stick.
Yeah. He is dead. He became dead.
And hell follows him. Oh, a little too close.
Alright guys, I'm ready to do the race.
Just in time.
You were in top split too as well.
Like I was just saying earlier, it's because there's not very many PTs.
Can't I have anything, Bacho?
That's because you're awesome and very fast.
Fucking wank breath. That makes sense. Oh, is this that new IndyCar camera?
I thought it was Halo King. When they get out in front of him about, I don't know, 8 or 9 car lengths, I can't, they're like blocked.
Shimon, turn your wiper on.
Just a little.
No, that's...
How are the splits determined? Is it by your I rating or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But if there's only 6 or so P2s, you get right in. then your iRacing will go up, as Hodge was describing, since it's being in top split.
They shouldn't in the same split as you.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm with the plebs.
Makes sense. I keep doing IndyCar races. I'll be down there with you no matter what.
Bad things happening in those races.
I've only done the one. It was a dumb car to start out again.
Just yourself getting back in the groove of iRacing and
Well, I mean, there was some stuff I couldn't avoid, but just yeah, getting back into the groove of racing with other people.
right.
Yeah, no one to hold them, no one to fold them, budget.
I knew when to walk away.
I had to hobble.
Step drag, step drag. So what's that baby up to?
Hopefully going to sleep before 6 o'clock. I need all of you guys to pray to whatever made-up zombie you believe in to make sure that the baby goes to sleep.
I'm getting back into the Roman guns.
That's cool. I think the Egyptian ones are better. I mean, they were around for 3,000 years. So,
But longevity, is that what matters?
yeah.
Longevity equals legitimacy?
I mean,
holy
fucking
shit.
Christianity is like a baby compared to that shit.
It's like a blip.
That was... I don't know why I did that.
Some of those pagan religions last a long
I've been learning about Egyptian culture.
From what?
The internet, watch it.
Oh! Thought maybe there was a cool documentary.
Oh, there's tons of them on.
You know that Bangles song, Walk Like an Egyptian?
Yeah, that's what I learned it from.
That was the inspiration. He too wanted to walk like an Egyptian.
That and Steve Martin's King Tut.
You lost me. I have no idea.
The banjo guy?
It was this SNL thing. He's got a condo made at Stona in Tucson, Arizona.
That's before my time.
The irony there.
Don't do it, bitch.
But yeah, I never really realized how
Advanced.
old their culture actually was before the whole collapse and everything. I mean, Cleopatra is closer to our time than she was to the founding of Egypt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's Julius Mark Antony now.
I mean, still, that's 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's too bad all that stuff got stolen. We could have learned so much more. And even the great library in Alexandria that burned down. I mean, the books of Homer's that we got are great, and they were ubiquitous. I mean, they were talk about bestseller, but there had to have been other things there that were pretty damn good that we'll never get to read. Good stuff. So like,
So you gotta put everything in stone.
papyrus my ass. I still love that story of the recent finding that they had of how they built the pyramids. And,
Are you talking about the water one?
yeah, I mean, all of our childhood, it was like, we had no idea how they made these things. Like, we assembled all of these people to act as slaves to try and build the pyramids. They're push it, they're trying to roll it on logs. Like, I have no idea. And they looked up at the picture and they thought, oh, look at this crazy, cool water right they've got for the gods, probably, where they're pouring water in front of stones. Oh, crazy Egyptians. And finally someone said, what if I interpreted this literally? What if I actually poured water in front of the stone and then tried to push it? My god.
Did you see the thing about the lifts that they made for it? Allegedly. Well, it's all theories, but it's basically like taking a cup and submerging it in water with a little bit of air at the top, and then like dropping a rock in there that has floats on it. So like if you put it in there, it's going to float to the top of it.
Right.
So basically what they built up the sides of the pyramids are these encased water-filled tubes with, like, obviously they had doorways that are sealed to keep the water in there, and they would have them in between these two gateways. Like the floats would go up in there, and then they would close one and open the other, and it would go up.
Right.
Basically level after level.
That's brilliant.
Let's see if I can find the Yuban Tubin video. Because everybody knows I'm good at explaining things.
I understood. I saw it in my mind's eye.
Manza!
Oh no, Bacho.
What?
I think I've run out of fuel.
What?
What?
Odd.
I've got battery charge, so cheater.
Is this Restless happen to be in Toyota mode?
I forgot to get speed limit on, but I managed to get into the pit lane. Yes, I ran out of fuel as I came to the stop. But I think I'm probably going to be dead last? Or maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, with all those quitters. If they would have kept going. Do you ever wonder in Egyptian culture if they over-designed this thing, you know, just for the tippity top, and then like the rest of their society was total shit? Like, how come like this thing is so well designed? No, I know. What about us? Fuck you! I want this pyramid. Can't we design a better way to feed everybody? I don't give a shit. Build me this enclosed pyramid.
That's the thing, though. From everything I've seen, they were a thriving culture all around.
Is it even wrong to think of their slaves like slaves of our day? How everyone fared up and down the chain.
Because there was one of them that like was completely against the multiple gods and everything, and he believed that, I think it was the sun god was the only god, and he was basically war on the priests and everything because they had too much power. It's a lot like, you know, medieval culture,
right.
the Catholic Church and everything, in a lot of ways. But then after he died, I think he was Tut's uncle or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after he died, they basically just went back to the old gods and everyone
So
was happier.
that polytheism.
Well, I gained a position. And someone must have screwed up more than I did.
Also like that they've kind of found out that Tut was really disfigured and inbred.
Oh.
He didn't die from falling from a chariot in battle or anything like they had assumed.
He just had...
Bad genes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Too close together.
I thought it was second.
I thought technically first was okay. It was pretty much in the clear for. I'm talking genetically, not just societal. That's the excuse I use, at least. No, I looked it up.
Did you see that Marquez video I sent you?
No, was it on Facebook?
Yeah.
One sec.
He bowls the same way he fucking rides a motorcycle.
Oh, that was him, bowl. Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest fucking throw I've ever seen.
Well, he slipped and almost busted his ass and still made a strike.
He's just born
He
under
almost crashes, even bowling.
His life is just constantly in a wreck. He keeps winning. I thought the flick of his wrist was so weird. I was like, does he always toss it like that? Rossi should bowl next to him and give him a kick.
iRacing should allow people to be crew chiefs without actually paying for it.
I could just download the client and just be someone's crew chief.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
That would be an incentive of sorts. Better to have more clients than not. That's why I think they should waive the damn monthly fee. Even if it was for only one car. Right, the goal should always be to get people into downloading it into their game as easily as possible. So even DCS World, with all the problems they have, and boy do they have some problems, at least you can fly the trainer P-51, which is basically the same physics as the P-51.
Yeah, you just can't shoot anything.
No. Well, I mean, look how it is anyway. I can't shoot stuff. As it is. Frogfoot, one of the harder planes to fly, being free is kind of funny.
Would do the IndyCar race, but there's only one person registered.
Top 5.
Podium.
And then you crash out. God damn it.
They just hit me and I get disqualified.
That'd be a race I would just putt around in.
GT3's at Summit Point. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Chaos.
You're not wrong.
Hold on, I'm gonna do some leg exercises on my.
Get those boobs out, Bacho.
Alright. Bit of a butterface, just warning you.
That I believe.
Is that your first contact?
Yeah. I've passed every other GT there with no problem, but I guess he wasn't watching his mirrors.
He's probably racing that guy that was right behind him too.
User in your channel timed out.
Supposedly.
User entered your channel.
Well,
Just me?
just you.
Still scrolling the interwebs and everything.
Sometimes I know. I blame the Russians.
Oh yeah, so Rainy's aunt is fucking insane, apparently.
Alright.
First of all, she's like super religious, all that, blah blah blah, of course, because she lives here. Also, super Republican, because she lives here, obviously. And she also has all these theories that people are like trying to, like, any apps on the phone or whatever, she thinks people are trying to like, spy on her or watch her or whatever. Okay, she lives with her daughter and her husband, okay, so Rainey's cousin, and they are about to sell their house to move to a new house, right? So they had an inspector come and everything fixed. Well, the wiring, the whole house had to be completely redone. It was like $5,000. And there's also a code where you have to, in all the bedrooms, have smoke detectors, and they have to all be wired together, so if one goes off, they all go off. Right?
Oh, the smoke detectors are probably going to spy on her, I assume.
Yeah. So, Rainey's cousin and her husband were both at work, obviously, when the electricians come and to do their work and everything. They were supposed to install the smoke detectors. Well, she tells them not to do it because they're gonna spy on them.
Oh no.
So the workers listen to her and don't do it, and so like they've still been charged the same amount agreed upon and everything, and the workers just didn't do it.
Well, okay. First of all, obviously, that woman's crazy.
Well, yeah.
But the workers, talk about paranoid, but the workers even listening to her to not do something that they were paid to do, also code, safety, everything else, and to indulge said crazy person. To not, a failure all around.
Working in trades and being in people's houses, like, I can understand why they were just kind of did what was asked of them by the person who was there. But just the balls she has to like fucking like she lives there without having to pay for anything or anything. Oh. Right? She doesn't work or anything.
So she all of a sudden had a lot of say in an environment where she has no responsibility or pays anything.
Yeah,
she's freeloading and making big decisions.
She watches their kid and everything. Like she cooks and like things like that. But she doesn't actually work or like bring anything to the household, really.
Nonetheless, she's taking her paranoia to a new level to compromise safety for. That's.
Well, it's not just that; it's going to cost them more money.
Well, yeah, if you said they're build it, now they got to come back out and do it again.
I'm married into this shit.
Well, I guess it's like a knock-on effect of people who might already have an issue of paranoia, and then there's things in the news that give some legitimacy in their minds to said paranoia, apps and Facebook and all that stuff. It just feeds the fire. Even though
at this point, you can make up anything in your fucking head, no matter how crazy it is, and look on the internet, and you will find something to justify it.
That's true too. I meant when there's something that is.
With like the Facebook and all that.
See. You have to go, yeah, alright, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Rainey's mom is a little bit like that with like the Facebook and just like different apps on her phone or whatever she has turned off.
Puts tape over over the camera.
My dad did that on his laptop, but I know why he did that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to ask any questions.
We've got people in ICT who do that, but they're disabled. Physically disabled in the bio.
Doesn't matter.
But you never know.
They'll find a way.
What do you
I thought you meant the people that did it were disabled.
No.
It's funny, I think I was telling someone the other day when I added Google as my main search thing on Kindle, and I went to the permissions for what Google can now do now that I switched it from default thing to Google, and it says microphone always on. And that wasn't like, oh my god. It's like, oh, right, I know their Maps thing takes in information based on the microphone sometimes. But it just, out of all the other apps on there, it says ask first. But it's just interesting that Google says, yeah, on. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to go on the rampage against Google about it, but it is clearly something that we probably need, a la Europe, to the rights of people and what defaults of apps go to maybe always be off first.
Well, that's kind of one of the things that Rennie's mom is paranoid about. Like, she's like, why does this app need access to my camera? I'm like, because in the app you can click a little button there and it takes a fucking picture.
Yeah, if you want it's convenient. You wouldn't want to have to say, hey, I want to take a picture, and then you wouldn't want to have to say, hey, we want to use your camera to take a picture. Is that okay every time you take a picture?
My car is kind of fucked.
Oh yeah, you're driving it.
Hopefully she doesn't watch the program like Homeland or any of those where they really harp on those things quite a bit for dramatic reasons.
She watches a lot of sci-fi stuff, so who knows? Who knows what's in that head?
This past season of Homeland, the main person who's supposed to be super smart, CIA person, is had her hard drive locked out by some hacker because he was trying to ask for advice for something on 4chan. And she clicked on an image that someone sent her, and it locked out her, encrypted her hard drive with those pay me X amount of money to unlock it things. How could someone so smart be so dumb?
Well, I mean, it got your parent. Are you still watching that?
Yeah.
See, I gave up after like the second season.
Yeah. Some of these shows, if they're not as infuriating as like Lost or what Walking Dead was to me, I know you guys still like it. Is it?
No, I quit watching it a couple of seasons ago.
Mm. But if it's just tolerable, I will probably keep going if I'm several seasons deep. They had a Alex Jones type character on these past 2 seasons, and then they had a president that turned into a fascist. He was like hunting him down and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of interesting as a parallel to what happens today. Maybe it's becoming more Law and Order and a rip from the headlines type of storyline.
Oh, Longneck isn't on there anymore, is she? What's his name's wife?
Oh no, yeah. Her from
Yeah,
Firefly and
then there's no point in me watching.
the fine tits and
Yes.
no, she's long. Or her annoying kids.
I forgot about the kids.
Her daughter with like the really odd face. She always just had this like constant rolling eye disease. Everything's annoying. I want you to be, a typical teenager.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, my parents were so stupid. The only thing she didn't have was vocal fry. Yeah. Bachelorette disease. I dated someone with vocal fry. Didn't last long. Yeah, work was so difficult.
Oh, just avoided death. 2 P2s came together just after the kink. I drove underneath one of them.
Could have been late.
Yeah.
How did IndyCar finish yesterday? My stream died.
One car after another.
Oh, sweet. It's my favorite gun race.
Yeah.
Were there many passes in that? I was sort of glancing over at it.
Well, you see...
There was an amazing fucking pass, and then it was taken from him.
Oh. Why'd they take it from him? With Bourdais, I assume.
Yeah, that fucking pit lane bullshit. I still say they should put some kind of lump there.
It wasn't like he drove there on purpose either. It's like
No.
if he hadn't done that, he could come even closer to the other car.
But yeah, basically Rossi just controlled the race.
Yeah, as much drama as they tried to add to it.
I mean, those races are tough.
Well, I didn't mean it in a negative way.
I don't even mean it either. It's just kind of...
No, it's me that's not
Listen.
meaning things. If anybody's not meaning something,
Listen, I don't mean the meaning. I mean...
I didn't even mean to push to talk just now.
Watching Schumann go around, I still don't know where I should brake for turn 1. There's like that little little like side road thing you go past, and I keep trying to find some kind of marker or something to use, and there must be something
Between the
in the
set of
grass.
2 cones and 1 cone.
Oh, the cones. Okay, I thought I saw some orange things.
Look at that shit, bunch.
I mean, my braking points are not as realistic right now anyway, since I have damage, and I'm not getting anywhere near top speed.
Damage. Shit.
That's the correct response.
I didn't stand?
Because he went over that blue line.
What? You should be rewarded.
Yep.
He should have truck nuts on the back of his car in the next race.
It's one of the most impressive passes I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what we were saying when it happened.
Even Bottas made a hell of a ballsy pass in China, going around the outside of Raikkonen. All the Raikkonen's tires were a bit gone, but hanging it all the way around the outside of turn 1 in China is
Oh yeah.
pretty ballsy. That's what I'm gonna be for Christmas. Halloween, Christmas. Same thing.
We should start dressing in costumes for Christmas.
I'll wear a nice shirt for Christmas. And Thanksgiving. Maybe not like that. It should just be Blackadder 2 dress up day. I don't know where you get Percy's outfits, because holy shit, it's ridiculous.
I like how annoyed that car got about me not letting him by for position.
How dare you?
It's like, I'm slow enough. He's gonna find a way past.
You should just get out of the way. Don't you know who he is?
Well, some douchebag. Oh, and he just buried it in the wall.
Your fault. Idiot.
Send him a message, say, oh, it's a good thing I let you by.
Where did he find a wall to bury it in?
Inside entry to turn 4.
Ah.
Yay, final lap.
Where are you gonna finish in this? I can't see what place you're in.
Provided more people don't fall off, I'll be 13th. Without the damage, I probably would have been 10th. But this is way less incidents than I've been having, so I'll take it. I'm in no danger of getting disqualified.
That must be nice.
Did it to yourself, Lloyd.
I did not.
Did that guy hit you at that corner before the start of the carousel?
No, he got close.
You got real close, okay.
Same car I had contact with before. I really don't think he's watching his mirrors, because he just came back across the track after the kink or whatever you want to call it. Oh, apparently someone else dropped out, so I'm 12th.
Hooray!
You came 5th.
Hooray!
Well done.
3rd from last. LMP. I think. I'll check the results when it's done. And if I take away my 15-second stop at hold at the, I would still come 5th, but then just 2 seconds behind 4th. So I didn't lose anything because I was behind him anyway.
Mm. I wanted to see that incident you had turn 5 up the hill with the GT car.
Well, we can do that. I just want to have to start first.
Yeah, some nervy moments at the kink that looked like you were gaining a lot on them, and they were having moments and nearly ran into them. But Your stream is hitching a lot on the external.
Really?
Yeah, with all those cars, it's having a hard time skipping.
Alright, well, let me pause this and I'll try to figure out what lap. I'm gonna guess that happened on lap 23. We'll do chase. This is wrong lap, 23. Yeah, this is it.
It's me and Jimmy at the top of our division. He's 44 points ahead of me.
Alright, that may have actually been a little optimistic for me.
I thought at the time you getting one of them was good, but the other one I thought was a bit too late.
I mean, I had been making moves there, but I think I was
That's too
generally
late.
probably
By the time
further up along. Yeah,
he was already into the corner.
he probably
to
actually
tag him.
couldn't have seen me. Yeah, that was my fault.
I want you to send him a handwritten letter.
No. Well, yeah, it's banged up pretty good. No wonder I lost so much speed. And then one more, because this guy was such a dick. Gonna make light of him crashing on his own.
Out of my way! I gotta crash the half.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't do the external. It is 787 Porsche.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh no!
What do you stream
Bloody
on,
crashed.
Shaman?
You've been tubing. Weird. I guess it looks like you just maybe lock the rears up.
He just oversteered off.
By the way, Hodge, I'm done.
Oh yeah, I don't think there is any more session today. Oh Jesus Christ! How the fuck did he manage that?
Don't know.
And how has he
I
got
do.
so little damage from it?
I mean, he had enough.
But there's like he should like have no front end. The speed he goes in, it should be like destroyed.
I'm just curious, is the hitching as bad with the TV cam when it's, you know, one or two cars?
No, it's okay with that. But when you had the full field, it was, I don't know, all the time.
I don't know the difference between the different TV cams.
It's just camera position, isn't it?
Yeah. Some might be more static.
Here's a good stat for you, and it kind of tells you the difference between me and Jimmy. He's done 307 laps in this series so far, and has 86 incidents. I've done 428 laps, and have 43 incidents. There's only one person in the top 25 who has less incidents than me, and he's got 39.
Nice.
But Jimmy has exactly double.
Double and
do not tell me how many incidents I have.
How many incidents does Paul Schumann have?
Hodge, if you love me, you won't tell me.
Just message it to me.
103.
How many laps?
216.
Wow.
That's not too bad. If you don't get... It's the context that are annoying. Because they're generally not your fault by the sounds of things. When people just rejoin into you, you can't really do much about them.
Yeah, that's not on you.
Yeah, I like this better than my Toyota skin anyway.
What, the 787?
No, my skin. Fucking 787 skin.
I'm gonna put a foreskin on my car.
Finally.
This is gonna be a big number 4.
Oh. Bailey didn't do any races at Road America this week.
He's not liking that track. With that car, at least.
He was leading his series as well. Obviously not anymore.
Baileys don't give a fuck. If a Bailey ain't happy, Bailey don't care.
Hi, if you're listening, Bailey.
It's not like Bailey's agent.
I'd like to say hi to Stephen Bailey's family at home.
But we're all on here.
And streaming.